100 days out from Election Day, and high-ranking Florida Democrats say they need more investment from the DNC and Vice President Kamala Harris's presidential campaign. It all comes after a groundswell of grassroots enthusiasm for Harris in Florida this week seems to make the Sunshine State hard to ignore. Some top Democrats in the state now telling Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders it'll all go to waste without more help.
The picture is all over social media this weekend.
Hello.
Vice President Kamala Harris's Florida team doing more than 30 events, from door knocking in Miami Gardens.
I'm gonna leave it right here on the door, okay?
To that caravan of 500 golf carts in the village's a ruby red part of Sumter County. It's a burst of energy, and it's real, say Florida Democrats, who reported Sunday nearly 10,000 have now asked to volunteer in just the last week. Interest overwhelming some county offices that lack the campaign infrastructure to make use of all the help.
Yes, absolutely. I can't deny that. We were staffed basically for a very, very meager campaign. Florida fell down in the tiered system for the national, so it's pretty apparent.
And now senior members of the state party tell us they're lobbying the DNC and especially the National Harris campaign for more support. Speaking on background, officials said they were using this week's momentum surge as leverage, seeking more funding ASAP, especially after the Harris team raked in $200 million in less than 7 days. Quote, not saying we can definitely win, but surely competitive without the investment, said one official. Imagine what we can do with real investment.
Florida is in play. That's why I am here right now.
The DNC and former Biden-turned-Harris campaign have said for months Florida was, quote, in play.
The stars are aligning. The planets are aligning. And Florida is going to be in that mix.
But their backing here seemed at times like window dressing, minimal compared to other battleground states. Wisconsin, for example, has at least 48 Harris campaign offices. Florida, under a dozen, manned by just 33 full-time staffers.
The good news is that we know you're a human being just brushing your teeth.
And if things don't change, senior Dems warn Florida's top-ticket candidates and down-ballot races will suffer, potentially setting Florida behind for 2028 and redistricting in 2030.
With this type of voter advantage, we're starting off with almost a 10-point advantage.
Florida Republicans, meanwhile, remain confident in victory, especially with that ongoing lead in voter registrations over Democrats.
The state of Florida is no longer a swing state. It is a deep red state and will stay that way for decades to come.
Of course, Florida Democrats would disagree, especially after all that blew this week. But we'll have to wait and see if it means more green for the party in the near future.